want to say that. And usually I try to save the best couple for like the third or fourth, but I gotta start with Paige and Chris because it's just like, what in the entire heaven and hell is going on with Chris? Something is wrong with this guy. So of course Paige in her soft, gentle voice is like, I just think that, Chris is a beautiful person. Like, she's so calm, she's so soothing. Her voice is just like, she could be a great counselor, she could be a great encourager. She said he's beautiful and that he's God-fearing. And they're in the bathroom and he's taking off his shirt and he's like, yeah, my chest is huge. Boy, where is your chest huge? I didn't see any hugeness at all. Did I miss it? It could be my glasses. They're new though, so I should be able to see it. I didn't see a huge chest. So I don't know where he got that from. I just feel like he, in his head, sees himself as something that nobody else sees him as. Maybe Paige does. Maybe Paige does. So he made mention on camera that he will cuddle on their wedding night at minimum. And then, they show Paige sitting out there looking all sad. And she said, well, he said he was gonna go downstairs and grab some menus for breakfast. And then I just haven't seen him. I've called him. And so Chris, you hit it and you left. You did this to your wife. Even though you just married her yesterday and you got married at first sight, you hit it and dipped on your wife. I just thought that was so disrespectful. And he came back in the room talking about, what's up? How you doing? And she's like, I'm confused. He says he had a panic attack and he needed to clear himself away from everyone. I thought he was about to reveal some other information, but basically he told her, on paper, we look good together, but I'm not quite 100% there with the physical attraction. And she said that, before he even said that part, she was like, we took vows yesterday. I just need you to at least meet me halfway. So then she mentioned that she had not had any men ever have sex with her and then say, I don't desire you. And, or that I'm not attracted to you. So what? Well, there's two sides to this story. So I'm gonna just play devil's advocate. Number one, a man can not want to be with you, but still wants to be with you physically. So let's not pretend like that does not happen. Let's not pretend that does not exist. So there's that. So even though this is a whole different situation, but let's not pretend like that doesn't happen in real life. She asked the family. She went to meet his family and they were like, they were asking her questions and she was saying, what did y'all think about last night? And they kept saying how she's gorgeous, and Chris's nasty daddy was like, yeah, you gorgeous, you just the type I like for my daughter-in-law. And Paige tells them, we hit a bump in the road last night. And the daddy's like, is it a bump or is it a fork? I guess he's trying to figure out, is it done or is this something that y'all can work through? She basically told them what happened. Hey, we had sex last night, we had sex in the morning, and he just left. And then his mama and her friend was like, well, was he drunk? And she was like, well, we did it in the morning too. And she was like, oh, okay, well, they just came off real nasty to me. Like, they were not sympathetic to what Paige was going through at all. I didn't like that feeling. And even when Paige was like, well, I'm not the type of woman who would just sleep with someone. And then the other lady was like, and most women aren't. Another thing, we need to interrupt you and say, no, ma'am, plenty of women drop their drawers on the first night. Plenty of them. It happens. This is 2021. We're not in 1960s. Women be having sex on the first night. Yeah, that happens. That is more normal than people like to suggest. So I just thought that was weird that she tried to downplay the fact that Paige was saying, I'm not that type of woman. She should say, well, I'm glad that you're not, or something. I mean, I just don't like the way I didn't like the vibe from them at all. The dad seemed like he was to Paige's face, kind of like siding with her and saying that, oh, well, we would hope that he would be honest, and I'm definitely gonna, address it. But then in his confessional, he was like, well, I'm so happy my son was upfront and honest with her to tell her he doesn't have the attraction. No, sir, upfront and honest would have been, hey, I don't feel that attraction, and I'm not trying to get in your drawers before I actually tell you that. That is backwards. It's insensitive. It's disrespectful, because Chris kept coming to Paige saying, oh, I didn't disrespect you. You telling on my business. I'm from Chi-Town. I'm from Chicago. It's just a code. We don't break code. We don't talk about sex in front of our parents. I'm private. I don't like talking about sex in the public. But he was talking about it to the experts and saying somebody need to be a freak and all. So how all of a sudden now you're so conservative and private? I'm so confused of who Chris is and who he's trying to present to us. I don't understand. So I just really did not agree with him that he thought that he did not disrespect her. Bruh, you definitely disrespect her when you walked out for hours, didn't answer her call in an already intense situation. You left her hanging like that? Do you know what went through her mind? Do you know how embarrassing that's gonna be? How it is for her now, her friends and family watching, embarrassed how you did her? I don't know how Paige moved forward from there. Let that have been me. If you walked out and you was gone for 2 hours, I don't even know how they finished the episodes out, how they kept recording. It's because it speaks to the character of Paige. Now, I don't know if I want to call her silly or stupid for hanging out and acting like he didn't just dish you to the 100th degree, or if she should be given a pat on the back for just trying to work it out. I mean, she wants to be married so bad, y'all, and so I really feel sorry for her. Chris is in there crying like a baby, and Paige is like, why are you crying? And he was just saying how he was so sensitive about talking about sex in front of his parents. Y'all, he said he apologized for being an a-hole, but I just don't think, maybe there was stuff that happened that wasn't on camera. I just don't think that he did a good enough job to get back in good with her all within this whole 2-hour episode. I don't know how many days passed or what it looked like in real time, because what we see is definitely not real time. And then during this episode, I realized what looks weird about Chris. His eyelids hang over his eyeballs, and he has a really small forehead, and his eyebrows go down. Like, it's just, that's something wrong with his face. It was just his face, and I guess I just really got mad with him this episode, so I started noticing everything wrong with his face. He really bothers me. And next week we'll see what happens with this, because he asked her about if this was the second date, what would you say? And she said she would have to walk away. So who knows how much of walking away she gonna do, because she seemed like she was very forgiving, maybe too forgiving. So let me go to Virginia and Eric. I'm gonna speed up because I done already spent 10 minutes on Chris and Paige. Virginia and Eric seem like they're going to possibly get along. The biggest red flags for them was the fact that she's a big drinker. Even when they were trying to tour that beautiful hotel room that they were staying in, she wanted to make sure she had a toast first. Whenever she had the conversation with his mom, the mom was making it very clear that she wanted grandkids, and Virginia's like, well, I'm 50-50, and it might be a couple years. Okay, producers, why did y'all put a 50-50 woman with 100% man? Because the woman is the one who has to bear the child, carry them for 9 months, and if you have someone who's kind of on the fence, it should be the man, if anything, because he doesn't have to actually carry the child. So I don't know why they put them together. Virginia's first reaction with Eric's family was more so like, oh, I was so happy that he was cute, which sounded very kiddie. I'm just like, she just sounds like a kid. She's always laughing. She's 26. She ain't that young, but whatever. So they also said they didn't do anything their wedding night, but they said they had sexual tension by the end of the episode. So hopefully they'll get down and get busy and consummate their marriage. Good for them. Haley and Jacob. Poor Haley. Kind of like what Chris said, even though I don't like Chris, but I was thinking poor Haley, because she is just like stuck with this guy who's really stuck in the 70s. I mean, he had speakers in his fanny pack and he had all these graphic tees and he was so excited to show her. And she was just like, this is really your style. And he even said himself, if you would have saw me on the app and all these fashion, you would have swiped left, but you married me instead, haha. He's just weird. And he keeps talking about his carnivore diet. Dude, don't nobody want to hear about that? Like, is that all your life is about? Then he shows the family the pictures of his oasis outside again after he already showed them that on the wedding day. So he's one of them people who tell stories 4 times and you be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, like, no, we already heard that, Jacob. Tell another story, sir. And I hope he comes out of that 70s box, because she said, I owe it to myself and I owe it to him to really give it a chance. But I honestly don't think they're gonna make it, because Haley needs a city guy. He's not well cultured, like he said with the wine. He was putting his pinky up looking. Okay, yeah, they're probably not gonna make it. Clara and Ryan. Well, Clara says Ryan is exactly what she was looking for, and I wanted to know, y'all. I was trying to figure, I'm looking at Ryan's parents and I'm like, they blackity black. And his brother looks blackity black. And he got that straight hair going. Does he have a relaxer? What? I don't know what's going on, because he looks racially ambiguous, as she said she requested her husband to be, but his family looks blackity black. Please let me know what you think about that. I didn't know that Ryan's parents both were ministers, and I was even more shocked to know that Claire went to Bible school. She said she got burnt out. You know how us black folks say, she got church hurt. So I don't know what happened in her church or her Bible school that made her say, I'm not doing church no more, but that is going to come up later, as you saw in the teaser for the next episode. So we will see how they work that out. She said she wasn't into organized religion. She was talking in her sleep and walking in her sleep and flipping around in the bed. We'll see how that goes. She also said that Ryan didn't try to go to Pound Town with her. Pound Town, aka he didn't try to hit that. So I'm thinking her language speaks, I just have sex for fun. It speaks that you really aren't serious about relationships and you refer to sex as Pound Town. That's so like, ugh. But okay, we'll see how that works out, because Ryan, unlike Chris, didn't talk about how he's so saved, sanctified, and love the Lord and all that, but he just kind of lets his actions show that. And I think I like that about him. So we get to see more that his spirituality, his relationship with God is important to him, and we will see how that plays out. Maybe he will draw her back closer to God, and they can raise their children however they decide. I don't know. Last couple, oh gosh, Vincent and Brianna. I think that they're doing great. They're physically attracted to each other. It's so sad that Vincent's grandmother had a heart attack in the episode. I hope he goes home to take care of whatever he needs to, because you're not going to be able to have fun or relax when you know something is going on in your family. So hopefully they give us an update and let us know what happened to his grandmother. Hope she's okay. The family of Vincent was saying that he gets mad and you got to really calm him down. But then Brianna asked him about it and he was like, nah, it takes a whole lot to get me mad. Nah, it takes a whole lot to get me mad. You have to do a whole bunch. And she was like, so I'm not gonna have to calm you down? He was just like, nah. And I was like, he lying. That boy lying. He looked like, the stereotype is them Latina men be like, I'm not, so I don't know if that's true. Excuse me, if you are Latino, just go ahead, or Dominican. I've heard the stuff, but I don't know if it's true. But I'm saying I would not put it past him being a little feisty if pushed, and then they're also talking about how he's a workaholic. He got his laptop with him. And she was like, one thing she said was that, we have time for work, or you don't have to do work right now, but sis, he got a new business. And I know you want him to have financial stability. So you can't be already saying, oh, well, you need to put that work away. You don't know what he needs to do yet. He might need to be a better manager of his time. And as his help meet, maybe you can help him get there. But be careful about telling him putting stuff away, because putting stuff away when you're your own business, that can really cost you a lot of money. So my perception from that is just knowing that she thinks that she knows what's best, and wants things her way is gonna possibly be a problem in the future with their marriage, but hopefully they will work it out together. That's all I really want to say, y'all. That's all I have. This is my third time trying to record this video, so I am out of here. Leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all next week.